What's up, guys, and thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with us at Fasterproms. In this episode, we're covering a number of different things. I mean, I haven't posted in like 2 weeks, so we got a lot of stuff to fill you guys in on. And it's definitely not all going to happen on this episode, but I've got a whole bunch of episodes coming up, trying to create enough time to be able to get them all out to you. But in this episode, we wanted to cover some of the stuff of our record-breaking bolt-on CTS-V 3. I mean, this car went 960s. We have a bunch of different videos of this thing, and it is so much fun. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to it at some point. So we do a bunch of mods to this thing. It makes a bunch more power, but nope, life happened and things changed. So, and after that, Laz is having some turmoil with his transmission. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, fellas, so next round of mods here. Ben, run us through what we got going on.
The never ending. So we just put a Dyno 400. We shoehorned it in the factory basket. It worked a lot for the 6th gen guys, so figured we drop it and take a look. You got to do a little bit of grinding on the fuel tank basket, but other than that, it went in freaking smooth. And taking the tank in and out is actually pretty easy on the V3. So
gotcha.
Just getting that done. Recently added the DSX aux pump as well, so we're gonna have overkill on the low side system.
One of the big problems here is that we hadn't really been able to run full E. The factory pump is a non-return style, it's a deadhead, and it only flows so much. So what we got going on here is with this fuel pump from Dyno, we should be able to do everything that we need to be able to do full E. A common solution, what a lot of times we have done before modifying the factory pump, was doing an auxiliary fuel system. Now, on this particular one, I think if you would just address the main fuel pump though, we should be able to have plenty. Yeah. It's a popular thing because it's less expensive, it saves you on labor, so it's more on the initial cost, but it's less on the overall, all said and done with the auxiliary. But this right here, it's more labor, but I think that as long as you're willing to turn some wrenches here, get something done, yeah, less expensive and get an awesome result.
You could put the booster pump on the DW400 as well to kick it up.
Now, Ben and I were actually talking about this a little earlier. Early on in the tuning process, you could not do that. Now the tuning stuff is available such that we can run a booster pump, we can disable the codes, we'll be good to go. We can go really, really far into turning up that factory fuel pump way more than what we would be able to otherwise. Oh, you've actually got another mod though.
What's that?
You did the lower pulley, right?
Oh yeah, we had a little bit more boost. Now that we have
How did you
fuel,
forget that one?
So we're gonna be able to run full race gas, and we're gonna crank up the boost a little bit. See if we can make, I don't know what the most a stock LT4 blower's made.
Yeah.
We gotta be close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the unfortunate thing is we're probably gonna have to go a distance in order to get some good DA now. Yes. Dude, my buddy up in Pennsylvania just told me it was 60 to 70s today, and I'm like, man, I'd club a baby seal for that. Dude, it was 93 on the drive-in this morning there, so it's definitely warm and hot, and our DA is not gonna be good, so it's gonna be difficult to try and get a really good ET, but we're gonna do what we can. Yeah,
we can do some testing anyway to see what the 60 foot's like. Yeah. Oh, we put solid out of the ZL1 1LE. They come factory with solid cradle bushings. So I got these are actually the Delrin aftermarket ones from DMS. I put those in.
Yeah, you can't really see them.
That was kind of a job there. Because the front two on the V3 are fluid filled, and mine were starting to leak. So now this cradle is solid to the car.
So instead of it kind of moving around and such, this should be...
Yeah, there were witness marks before from the cradle hitting the frame of the car.
Oh, wow.
It was flexing that hard and letting the driveline walk up into the tunnel.
Cool. All right, man. So, well, I'll let you guys get this back together here, and we'll look forward to... We got to dyno this very soon, in fact, so cool. All right, so we're going to see how rich this is with, well, a much larger fuel pump. How much? It's like 30 or 40% bigger than something like that?
I think altogether we're adding like 60% more low side. And it's on 96% ethanol right now. Yeah, she's too tight. All right, so little half-hour pit stop here. Brand new belt, shredded. It was a little tight, but we tried to make it work. So got the old belt on there. It fits a little better. Going for a pull now. Oh, also belt, when it broke, it took out the filament or the thermostat housing, broke this little nipple off here. So anyway, got it going.
Using our trusty HB tuners, and we're at our favorite local racetrack here, Showtime Speedway. Yes, sir. And we made a bunch of power, so we need to go rip this thing. Make sure that the air fuel is, of course, ideal. You know, I really like this cooled seat. I was sweating my, you know, and that's cooling me down. I was going down this the other day in something pretty quick, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it, so I had to jam on the brake. I got a riddle. Right. It's not really a riddle, but 800 wheel pound-feet of torque, stock tires. What's gonna happen here?
Shredding stock tires.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna, it honestly works really good, but I think you're gonna need to be over like 50 or 60 in order to get this, so. We're like 10% rich, so that's good. That's really good. Very good.
How much boost did it make?
I will check in a second here, but that, dude, it feels good. Dude, it feels like, really good. Like, I actually had to flex my chubby belly so that my guts didn't go all the way to the back there. Yeah, we made every bit as much as we did on the Dyno, 212 kVA, so about 16.7 pounds of boost. Not at all bad, but we're gonna pull some fuel out of this thing and we're gonna try this rip again. I don't know, Ben, waxing my nostrils sounds like absolute hell.
I know, like pulling one hair at a time, it makes my eyes water, I cry, right? But one time, this was like a couple years ago, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go get my nostrils waxed, what the heck?
I've seen videos of like women getting like a whole Q-tip stuck in there.
That's what they do. Not the Q-tip though, because the cotton will rip off and all the wax will stay in there. They use like tongue depressor, small ones. They like jammed it up in there. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy. It honestly doesn't hurt. You get like just a split second of this uncomfortable feeling, and then you just like, it's good.
Breathing air you've never breathed before.
Yeah,
unobstructed flow.
Totally unfiltered. You know, it's like natural spring water, but air, the air version.
To me, it sounded like a turbo without a wastegate or something. Like I was going there.
All the boost. Yeah.
You missed that opportunity.
That's freedom.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know. After I hit my 30s, my nose hairs, my ear hairs have just like gone through the. I think you could judge a man on how old he is by looking at his nose and his ears and telling you're 42.
Unless he gets some waxed.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, look, man, you gotta at least try this one time. It's not that bad. I'll race you for it.
34. You don't have ear hair like that.
It's just really, look, my hair's like clear. You can't even see it. So it's there. Trust me.
All right.
The Red Forest ain't just a place in Ukraine, okay?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Actually a little bit leaner than I want to be.
Lean as meat.
Yeah, that ripped though. I was like 13.6. I was definitely a little leaner than I want to be. Uno mas.
Okay.
So this is how tuning goes. You know, it's a little much. Make an adjustment. That was a little too little or a little too much. Make another adjustment. Oh, that was too far. That one's just right. That's good. 13.3, dude.
Hell yeah. Felt pretty good.
Yeah, it's clean. Clean. Dude, it pulls so freaking... I mean, it's a clean, nasty, super torquey beast.
That hit, man.
That
little 170 1.7 does work.
Yeah, it really does. 1.7 liter blower, 17 pounds. Yes, almost 17 pounds of boost. Really working good. So this whole new deal, we're a little reluctant at first on how much power it picked up, but dude, it feels.
See at the track.
It feels great. I think it's 940s capable. 144 if you get some good DA.
Okay.
142 back to what you had.
Go north, chase some weather.
Yeah, I think so. That's probably gonna have to happen. So today's bittersweet day for Ben. Tell us what you had going on here.
All right, so just with kind of the way things are lining up in life, I sold the CTS-V. I don't know. The market's good. We did all that we wanted to do with it and so much more, you know. It's like, I guess at some point you got to kind of decide it's enough. Cause I don't know. For me, it's like I'm always just, well, we did this. What if we did that? Or, you know, we can push
we had nitrous in the plans for a moment, and then you had other things.
Cam and just, so it's like, if you don't stop somewhere, I'm not a millionaire. So.
Yeah, but I mean, he's on to bigger and better things, and honestly, I couldn't be more proud of this guy. I mean, before this car, you had a CTS-V too, but you like never drag raced it. So this is like your first drag experience, and went from pretty much no experience to, you know, consistent mid-9s, and that's awesome. I mean, it's a testament to just everybody working hard and pitching in. It was really, really cool. So he turned a lot of wrenches himself to make this happen, and obviously it was his baby that he's got a lot of sweat. But man,
it was tough, man.
Yeah,
I didn't want to let it go, but I don't know. It just
wishing he was back down.
Yeah.
Well, on to bigger and better things. So thank you guys for watching.
And we say bye-bye.
Well, Laz, you got a nice transmission right there.
Looks nice.
It looks nice.
I was told it's nice.
But upon further inspection, she's been rattle canned.
Yeah. But I was told it was a remand, so that's okay. You can see. They'll trick you. Think you got a nice fresh casting.
Yeah. Does look nice and fresh. So we also got a converter from our favorite torque converter company, Circle D. Hooked this up big time with the stall. So Laz's truck was pretty much a beast out of the hole, but again, it would have been that much faster with something like a 3000 stall. The stock converter is what we're pulling out with this trans, and we're going to be putting this one in now. Again, this was a 4-wheel drive trans. You're taking the tail shaft, or sorry, this is a 2-wheel drive trans. You're taking the tail shaft housing out, putting that on there.
Yeah, so I took off the regular 2-wheel drive tail housing that was on here. Just unbolted this one. This is nice because it's a good reference point on where we need to trim this down to. We can put this on here. Hello.
Got a little gasket.
Yeah. So that's something else we gotta do. The 2-wheel drive seal runs out here. So that's where your dry shaft yoke goes in. It seals from fluid coming out, and it lets fluid actually pass through here. That's probably why this was sealed there. This one, I gotta get an internal seal and put right inside there.
I see.
Aha. Like it's supposed to be.
All right, so we just got to get a micrometer, measure that, cut it, chamfer it a little bit, and ready to rip.
I want to see this.
Yeah, I forgot what stall this was, but this should be at least about a 3000. But again, this is going to be a night and day difference. Now, we also did discover something, so give us a little bit of a health check on your
yeah, I actually filmed a little bit when you were gone. I was just doing fluids, and I know how George's rear end has been and everything, and yeah, I'm right there with him.
Yeah.
So,
but you have 2 diffs, but
yeah.
Does it work that like you spread the load evenly, or
that's what I was planning. I don't know if that's how it works, but that's how I'm telling it to work.
I mean, I think you should just throw that in. Like, if it goes, it goes. That is a beautiful piece right there, man. But guys, you get 10% off Circle D Specialties converters, and just tell them where you got the idea to get the converter. Definitely helps us out. But dude, we've had fantastic luck with these converters. Again, the Crown Vic dropped like 7/10.
Yeah.
In the 60 foot.
I never got better than a 2.0.
Yeah. So imagine if your truck went a 1.5. That would be so disgusting.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. That would be like
So
a
much
low
more
11
stuff's gonna
truck.
break.
Yeah. So realistically, Laz's truck is like, it's like a 12.0 truck in the quarter mile. However, if you went 1.5s, dude, it would be like 11.4, 11.3,
Ridiculous.
big old truck, thick boy. It should be substantially faster. And it's really nice in the fact that like now it's so much hotter. It's still gonna feel like it's in cold weather, you know.
Still a 200,000 mile bottom end though.
Yeah, you're at 217 now?
17.
217,000 mile, 5.3 liter. Guys, you could definitely do this type of build on your trucks. You know, follow our recipe. It definitely works. This thing has been such a blast. You've taken so many different people for rides up and down the street, and they're like, dang, I never thought that big thing would move like that. It really does. It gets out of its own way pretty good.
Kind of tired of driving the Corvette too, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, after we put the converter in Laz's truck, we had a little same problem. Unfortunately, it was really pretty sucky. I'm sorry to hear that, bud.
Hold on, you said after we put the converter in. It was after we put
Yeah, had nothing to do with the converter actually, but it had everything to do with the trans. All right, so a little update here on that clip. After Laz did all that work, you know, Laz had been driving his mom's 72 Vet for like, what?
It's like 4 months.
Gosh, dude, that seems like forever. And again, no AC. It's been raining.
Have a lot of heat that radiates
Yeah,
from
they
the
do.
tunnel.
Yep. And
Rainy days.
it's been raining like every day.
It's got that, the hidden wipers are really cool on it, except they have a safety switch, so the hidden part has to be raised all the way for the wipers to work. And I hit a bump and it moves and the wipers quit working and it's pouring outside, so I'm like reaching out the window trying to push it up. Yeah.
Put the tranny back in the truck. Tell us what happened.
We got on the street here, laid into it, spun first gear, all right, rolled into second gear, laid into it. It kind of felt like it spun, but it stayed perfectly straight.
Didn't really accelerate.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah. Made noise.
Yeah.
Didn't go
And
anywhere.
we actually had a track day that we were doing something on the track.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where I was going. And
Yeah.
we went over there. I was like, all right, we'll try it here and see what happens. And loaded the converter in first gear, got onto it, did the exact same thing, just flared. Just, wow. Rolled down the track, got into it again, did the same thing in like third gear. So then we started looking at trans pressure.
And what we saw on the data log is that there's like 0 trans pressure after like 4,500 or 4,000 or something.
Yeah.
So after doing all that work, second time transmission, not good. And Laz's just been rolling around on a bum transmission because you enjoy the AC,
Yeah,
you know.
AC.
I mean, I would too. You know, it's like we're just too busy with other crap right now. And I mean, the fact of the matter is like we're just gonna have to pull it at some point. But you know, working on the Jeep, got some other projects and stuff. But
roller probably first, so it can be pushed around, not tying up a lift. It's kind of permanent right there until.
But we definitely want to get the Silverado back on the channel, especially after all the extra power that you added. That would be really cool.
And a converter.
And a converter, because I mean, yeah, it should 60 foot like a beast, and it has a bunch more top end too. I'd love to take this thing.
Feel the converter yet,
bro. That would be so fun to go troll like just some Evos and anything else on the street. You know, it really would be a blast. But we'll find out the next thing that'll break. But again, we got to pull a trans. So unfortunately, that's the update with Laz's truck at the moment. Definitely got to get Laz's truck back in here and get some stuff done. But again, we kind of got to just go through this with all the different projects that get backburnered. And unfortunately, that's what it takes when we got to run a business and run a YouTube channel. So sometimes priorities just have to shift. I can't wait to show you some of the new projects that we have going on, as well as some of the new faces around here. And it has been absolutely awesome, the progress that we're making. But until then, I wanted to leave you guys with a quote here. This one says, "When the whole world is running towards a cliff, he who is running the opposite direction appears to have lost his mind." Wanted to leave you with a song here that's Can't Get My Head Around You. Offspring, I'm on this Offspring kick here. Just freaking love them. Anyhow, God bless you guys. We'll see you next episode.
Oh, peep. Drop. Go, Norman! Norman, what are you doing?